Oh yeah. I know some of you guys are like, make fun of the pop every morning, but God, that's how I get my day started. I got to do it sometimes, you know. Good old pop. Pop's a pop. That's how I know that's fresh. So yeah, the past couple of days, I uploaded that old video of the tweaker talking about the Omega 40K. That's always entertaining, guys. I can watch that over and over again. 0 ohms.
Zero. Net 0 ohm.
And I did a little video last night. My wife kind of took over. She filmed her unboxing because I was at work. That's her Synergy 8-inch mid. She's got 8 of them, 4 per door. And they are made in the USA, guys, which is really, that's rare these days, you know. With all these companies, I'm not sure where they're all made, but I'm pretty sure like PRV, Tapano, and most of these other companies are made in China. Which most of our subs are made in China, so it don't really matter. But I just thought it was cool that Kurt at Synergy, you know, he actually designs the speakers and has them made by a U.S. company. I thought that was really cool. But anyway, guys, what are we going to do today? Well, I figure, you know, subwoofer talk seems to be the way to go. And, you know, when I mentioned my favorite budget brands on here, or budget picks, it appears I left one out because a lot of you guys in the comments were talking about the Audiopipe. Oh, I can't remember the number on it, but it's like a BD something 4. That's a pretty beefy sub. I've seen pretty good things with that. I've actually got a demo from a Blazer that had a bunch of them 15s in it, and it was pretty beast, guys. It was a little red Blazer, all Audiopipe build. Like everything in it was Audiopipe. A pretty nasty little demo. It sounded good. And I wasn't expecting a whole lot because I'm like, yeah, Audiopipe, you know, I don't think they have a really big amp. I mean, I knew they had like a 3500, but yeah, it was an impressive demo. So I will give it to you, to Audiopipe. I know the majority of the people still love Skar, and you know, they're gonna be diehard Skar fans. That's okay. It's okay. That VXF or whatever it is, or VFX, yeah, VFX. That's a pretty. I like that little woofer. Not the EVL though. Hell no, not the EVL. Which I like how some of y'all were joking down in my comments, saying that my new build was gonna be all EVLs. I got a chuckle out of it. No, not really. But hopefully today my old buddy Billy will start working on the Blazer. Maybe not. I know he's off work today, and he probably going to be bored, so hopefully he'll get in there and get something accomplished. That way I don't have a whole lot to do Sunday when I go out to his place. And he was talking about his windshield guy might not be able to pull my windshield out without breaking it. I think they cut through that urethane with like a little saw thing. The thing is, I had Tim Wilson Auto Glass put it in, and that dude's a beast. Oh, Tim, he's a beast here in Myrtle Beach. When he put that windshield in, I mean, he was using a bead of urethane bigger than my thumb. When all the other guys have a little bitty like needle tip on there, triangle shaped, and I was having problems with the windshield. It was just coming unstuck from that itty bitty bead, and Tim Wilson put it in, and I mean, it was no joke, dude. That windshield has held great. I've had a lot of good times with that windshield. I mean, I was surprised it never broke. I'd like go to my Jeep and look at it, and I would see 2 years of Ruckus stickers on it. It's like, wow, it's lasted that long. But it is what it is. Yeah, I had to pause. I don't know what to say. I just like pause. But we're going to talk about subwoofers still, because one post really got me intrigued and interested, and it brought up like questions to me myself. And some guy made a post on the old face page about he could take like a $200 or $100 woofer or whatever, a cheap woofer, and put it in a really good enclosure, and it would outperform a high dollar woofer. No, guy, no. Not if they're both in like the optimal enclosure, it won't. It don't make no sense. But, you know, a cheaper woofer ain't gonna have the amount of X-Max that a good woofer is gonna have. And we all know the cone movement pretty much equates to the loudness to an extent. So in theory, you know, you got a really good sub and a really, you know, a not so good sub, and they're in optimal conditions. The really good sub is gonna outperform it. You know, it's kind of the same thing as you know, putting a cheap car, you know, we'll say like a Chevy Impala against a C8 Corvette through like the quarter mile, and they're both under optimal conditions, tuned correctly, everything. Corvette's gonna win. But now if you take the cheap sub and a really, you know, the optimal enclosure, and the really good sub, more expensive, say it's in a not so good enclosure, you know, like one that's way too small, port area is all wrong, then that would be like you having that C8 Corvette lined up against my old blue Jeep at a mud hole and racing through that. And the Corvette's gonna go out and get stuck, and the old Jeep's gonna power through it. But that's kind of what you run into with these. I used to have an old man tell me all the time back when I was into like drag racing and everything. He's like, there's no replacement for displacement. And I told him one day, I'm like, yeah, there is. It's called boost. Which, I mean, boost can make a little motor a big motor really quick. Ooh, dump truck. And the old man told me, he's like, yeah, but you can take a little motor with a lot of boost on it, and then you can take a big block with a lot of boost on it, and the big block's still gonna win. And I'm like, okay, touche. Because obviously, you know, both motors on 30-pound of boost, that big block's just gonna like climb through the roof of horsepower. But then, you know, this got me thinking even further. Well, what if both subs, you know, a cheap one and a really good sub that's a lot more expensive, you know, like a $600 sub. What if they're both in the optimal enclosure and they're both only on 500 watts? I mean, that's going to be a toss. That's something to think about there, because normally, you know, a smaller sub is going to have a smaller voice coil in it, which is going to equate to a lot more efficiency. Dump truck. And these are the kind of things that get my head twisted up, guys. That and I can't answer that. I mean, in that situation, you would almost think that the smaller sub and optimal enclosure, smaller coil is gonna be able to outperform the other one because of the lower power handling, you know. Because the smaller sub, I mean, it might only have like a 700 watt RMS. The big sub might have a 2500. And a lot of times it takes more power to get the big subs moving, but once they start moving, they just get like way, way louder, you know. So yeah, this is, I can't answer this one. In that situation, I would almost think, you know, with the lower power, I would almost think that the smaller sub might actually come out a winner on that. But yeah, I just wanted to touch base on that, because that's like a mystery to me. You know, I've covered a lot of things like the 3-inch versus 4-inch coil, and most time I think a 3-inch is far more efficient. You know, we've touched on the neodymium, and the reason, if I was going to build a burp vehicle, that bad boy would have sundown compact neos in it all day. It would have them. But for demoing, neo just, it ain't that great. Because once neo magnets, once they get hot, they lose gas and you just start dropping. But I think that's why most people, when they build a big demo rig, they stay away from neo, except for JP. JP loves them damn nightshades. And I mean, his last build, he had a row of fans inside the enclosure blowing on them things, keeping motors cool. And I guess it worked. That, and Jacob made some little heat sinks for them motors. But I mean, he kept him partly cool while he was demoing, because at the Sundown show last year when I was in the Down for Sound booth, I mean, we would basically take turns demoing. Like when my stuff got really hot, I would stop, JP would start. When his got hot, he would stop, I would start. So we did really good at demoing together that day. But I just don't see how he kept them Neos cool the whole time. I guess all the fans, I just kind of explained that, I guess, didn't I? What else can we touch on in this video? Oh, DJ Rusticles is back. I've been seeing him doing music, man. That kind of made me happy. I mean, he does mostly request tracks, so he ain't really done any songs the past couple of days since he's been back that I wanted to download. Not yet. And I don't have a reason to download right now anyway. I don't have no bumps. I mean, I got that, but that don't impress me. That just kind of, it's filler for music. I don't dig it. I mean, I do, but I don't. With this little system here, I don't play much rebass music. I just been listening to stuff off of my iTunes. And it's because when I'm in the old Jeep, I listen to the same stuff so much, you know, because you only have so much rebass music. So I pretty much like get burnt out on it. So I've been listening to a lot of stuff that I can't get rebassed on this bad boy, which it's nice to take a break every once in a while. But anyway, guys, I guess I'm going to get off here. I got to go to work. It's Friday the 13th. And the phone at the shop has been ringing off the hook with people like, are you having any $13 specials Friday the 13th? Man, with inflation and the price of everything going, it cost me more than $13 to set up. You know, there ain't no way I'm going to do. We used to do $13 tattoo specials, but cheap people ruin that. You know, back in the day, all the shops did like, hey, it's Friday the 13th, get a $13 tattoo. And, you know, even back then, you'd have $7 in the setup probably. And then you do the tattoo and people just be, oh, I love it, thank you, and walk out, no tip. In the beginning, we started doing that, we did it for tips. But there ain't no way we could do it now. Like, I just tell people when they call them, like, I do good tattoos, not cheap tattoos. I don't know what to tell them. I don't think anybody does that anymore, but yeah, and this video is almost 13 minutes long right now. So anyway, guys, I hope y'all have a great day. This was kind of just pretty much a filler video because I don't have a whole lot going on with work and the Jeep being at Billy's house. And, you know, last weekend I didn't really get to film any good footage because it was just mediocre projects stacked on top of each other. I mean, I know y'all don't want to see me out there on my little lawnmower mowing the yard and underneath the Blazer trying to fix the transmission stuff. And, you know, knowing my luck, I'd start filming and the Blazer would follow me and kill me because the thing's low. So I really didn't get much film there, you know. I just kind of had little snippets here and there. But, you know, sometimes it gets hard. My Jeep's my prop. And, you know, I want to get this build log going of rebuilding the Jeep, but yeah, hopefully Billy knocks out the majority of the work today. I don't have a lot to film. Yeah, the more he knocks out, the more I can get started on putting the wood up there, which is the official start of the enclosure. But anyway, guys, peace out. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you to my Patreon supporters and the people that join the YouTube membership. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Peace out, guys. Bass on.